Donald Trump is joking about pardons while the shadow of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein still hangs over his presidency. And that tells you everything about where his leadership and his party really are right now. This is the same man who has openly mused about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted sex trafficker who helped lure underage girls into the orbit of Jeffrey Epstein, a man long connected to Trump's own inner circle. Maxwell once reassured Trump's criminal defense lawyer that she had never seen him do anything wrong. Now, faced with the threat of sworn testimony before Congress, her lawyers say she will plead the fifth to every single question. If she was so comfortable clearing Trump in private, why is she suddenly terrified of repeating those same words under oath? That isn't a legal footnote. It's a flashing red warning about the moral universe around this presidency. While Trump flirts with the idea of mercy for a convicted trafficker, he turns a routine turkey pardon into a cheap partisan punchline, declaring that he would never pardon Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. It's meant to be a joke, but it exposes something deeper, a president who treats power like a personal weapon, not a public trust. He can imagine clemency for Maxwell, but not for his political rivals. At the same time, we're watching a president in visible decline. His public schedule has shrunk, his days are shorter, his energy plainly diminished. Reports of a 39% drop in official appearances paint a picture of a leader who is now struggling to sustain what already looked like the laziest workday in modern presidential history. Moments where he appears to doze off or fumbles basic political facts, like still talking about Chuck and Nancy, as if Nancy Pelosi were still leading House Democrats, are no longer isolated gaffes. They are symptoms of a presidency running on fumes. Yet the crisis is not only physical, it is political, and it is spreading. On Capitol Hill, senior Republicans quietly admit what they won't dare say on camera. They expect to lose the House. Members are talking about early retirements. Morale is the lowest it's ever been. The party is described as a tinderbox, faction against faction, exhausted lawmakers against an arrogant White House operation that treats them like disposable scenery. Mike Johnson is clinging to the speaker's gavel, not as a respected leader, but as a man presiding over a crumbling majority. In that context, even policy becomes chaos. One day, the White House toys with embracing expanded Obamacare subsidies, a stunning reversal for a party that has spent a decade promising to destroy the Affordable Care Act. The next day, the plan is abruptly paused after conservative backlash. There is no long-term strategy, only spasms of political panic, drifting between donor pressure, base anger, and fear of the next headline. Put it all together, and you don't just see an aging president. You see a shrinking presidency, morally compromised by its proximity to Maxwell and Epstein, weakened by visible decline, and surrounded by a party that no longer believes its own future lies with the man in the Oval Office. For your viewers, the real question is this. If a president is too compromised to tell the truth about his friends, too exhausted to lead his party, and too chaotic to govern with a clear plan, how much longer can the country afford to live inside his crisis?